Today is Mother's Day, May 12th, 2019, and you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I am live with patrons today, doing our every 2-week patron live stream that we've been doing now for over a year and a half. Yay! A new sub-series, Where Can I Find? Oh my gosh. Jasmine saying I should start a new series where I do nothing but answer where can I find for The Sims 2 for the content I have. Yeah, I don't think so, Jasmine. I think that would be incredibly tedious. I think. Crafter's like, I agree. Oh my gosh, you guys, don't get started on that. Sitting here answering where can I find? Oh my gosh. Oh no. So anyway, this is, hey Bubba. It's your little kitty, my Loopster kitty over here. So this is Kettle Falls. We have been spending time with the Sloan sisters, the Sloan sister now, because one of them has passed on. But as we come around the neighborhood here, you would not be good for me. Jasmine gonna drive me crazy. Or as my mother used to say, y'all gonna drive me to drink. Go out and play. It would take forever. I have lovingly, tediously over the last 13 years collected my custom content over 13 years. Okay, so Declan is one of the cutest Sims I've ever seen, except for the ones that you guys keep posting in Discord. My mom asked why I didn't get her anything for Mother's Day, which I told her it's not Mother's Day here. Ralph is in England. Yeah, I guess it isn't. When's Mother's Day for you guys? Yesterday was Mother's Day for Jesse in Australia, and he went out to lunch and took her out to lunch. No, he went out to lunch and then took her out to dinner late that evening, and he got her chocolate. It's March in England. I think the moms in England should be like, you know what? We want an American Mother's Day too, so that we get two. Anyway, having my smoothie, which is really good. 22nd of March. Okay. Anyway, so we are playing as Declan Bellamy, and Declan his story is that, let's have Ryder come in here. There we go. His story is that he is a bit gullible. He lives next door to these two in the chocolate cottage. Marcella Mason and Enrique Blase is his name. And, oh, you took her to lunch as well, you should say. Okay, got that. Hold on one second, I'm just gonna turn off the fan. Anyway, so, and he's pretty poor, I was gonna say he's pretty poor, but he just got a raise, so he's 1,284 simoleons in the flush. However, his neighbors next door, who are criminals basically, and you know what, let me go ahead and show you their lot before we continue playing Declan. Let's go ahead and save this game and head on over. You did, Dee? How did you do that? Because I would love to get rid of that. It's a great mod, but having that pop up every single time that you load a lot is not really necessary, in my opinion. Yeah, I know, but how? Although probably telling me how in detail right now is probably not within the scope of your Sunday. So don't worry, you don't have to tell me. But Dee, by the way, has her own YouTube channel where she's been doing tutorials. So here's Chocolate Cottage. It's very plain because I haven't really played it yet except to decorate it. I believe we decorated this one together. I think we did. I don't think I did this one offline. But as you can see, it has a knife throwing thing here. Yeah, exactly, Jasmine. I'll bug Dee in Discord later and be like, come on, Dee, help a sister out. Hit me up. So this is a very plain little cottage. I just did it quickly. So it hasn't got a lot, a lot of decoration. It's pretty monotone. Monochrome, I should say. And they don't even have a dining room table because all they do is play poker. These chairs are my new favorite chairs. I love these. Yeah, but it gets even better, JT, as we go upstairs. This is a little speaker, little radio down here. Thank you, Dee. I really appreciate that. But anyway, yeah, Sunraider Sims. So she has a YouTube channel where she's been doing tutorials. So I invite you to check that out. And I just wanted to give her a little shout out because she's done so much really good stuff for me and for the Jessa Channel. And I'm really appreciative. So. But yeah, really monotone in this house. Not my usual, trying to get into my bright colors here. Yeah. Not for long-term sitting. Those aren't even for short-term sitting. I would sit in that. Actually, you know what? Let me clarify. In this chair here, Crafter, I wouldn't sit in that. I would take one look at that and say, I'll just sit over here on this thing that looks a whole lot sturdier. You're welcome, Dee. Anyway, but we also have here a secret room. Well, maybe not secret, but at least you can only get into it through the bedroom, and I will say that they keep this locked. And what do we have here? Criminal stuff. Ew. And what could be in here? Maybe laundered simoleons? Ooh. I know, Jake. Can you believe it? And then what's over here? Yep, a counterfeit simoleon machine. Exactly. So they're gonna have a lot more firearms for sale. I've in real life am very anti, not very interested in this kind of stuff, but they are. So I have a lot of them because I always like the idea of having a criminal sim. And I have a lot of these firearm type things. Let me show you here. Let's put on move objects on. So yeah, there's just all kind, and these are all real things that you can use to off your Sims. Yeah, that gem room is very, very monochrome. I might change it when we come in here and play this, but these are a lot of the different firearms that I've collected over the years for various nefarious purposes. That's the one that's above. This is a simple, let me give him this one actually. Let's put this one up here because it's small. And I'm going to put this right there. Yeah. So, I know this is very, very, And then also there are some ones that are a little bit less, one that freezes Sims, one that makes them smell horribly. Let's put that one down here. And then we also have one here that's a disintegrator ray. So that's the current selection. And in all my years of simming, I've only had one sim take another one out for a murder mystery that I did. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I mean, if you want to, so some of them are just outright, you know, murderate somebody. And in fact, what I'll do to make it a little bit more lighthearted is, we'll put the freeze gun in there. So you can freeze your sims if they're just getting on your nerves. But yeah, these guys are bad uns. And, yeah, and also, you know, if you're a criminal, you probably will get caught in my hood and have to do hard time in the cottage. Yep, it's all for the sake of storylines. And in fact, I have had in one of my early hoods, I had a brothel, which was it was still very tasteful brothel, but it was a brothel. This is sticking through the wall. That's gonna drive me crazy. Let me fix that. It was a place of ill repute. And I'm not against having something like that. In my hood, it was called the Gentleman's Club, though. And it wasn't really focused on the brotheling part. It was more like if a gentleman really needed some company type thing. It wasn't just low rent stuff. It wasn't like that. That cute jail needs some cute prisoners. Hi, Heather. Yeah, we can make a cottage jail and a cottage brothel. And have tea and crumpets at our brothel. I love that idea, Jake. But yeah, all the visitors to that particular lot were all male, and because it was for a gentleman's club. So I kind of saw it kind of as one of those old, I don't know if these still exist in England, but you guys used to have clubs that you could be a member of, like the Diogenes Club or the Pall Mall Club. And they weren't brothels. They were places where rich guys would go and spend their days there, basically. Or go, and you could, you know, it was basically a home away from home for gentlemen. Do you guys still have that? Have those gone away? So anyway, let's go over here to the Bellamy house, because I want to show you, I've put in a new mod. Yeah, exactly. So it was less about, now there was, you know, mostly all I had Sims do is like the women would give massages or play cards with them. It was more of a place for the elderly men to go and have the company of beautiful young things and, you know, ignore their wives, basically. Ralph is saying that the club stuff has sort of retired. They don't really exist. They're not places I frequent. Jake is saying they're around, but they're not places I frequent. I thought you were going to say, well, it just so happens I happen to be writing from the club. Oh, thank you, Heatherby. I will have another scotch. So lewd. Yep, that's the Jessa Channel. 100% lewd all the time. So... Yep, Jake is spending his Mother's Day at the club. But, so anyway, this is the little cottage, and I am looking for a 10 by 10 lot to replace this. Something, maybe a 2-story little lot or something like that. And yeah, I could build one. Yeah, I could. But look in my face. I don't feel like it. So what I do is I beg my patrons to give me a house. So maybe they are, but more like secret societies. Yeah, I have. It's one of those things that I just didn't know if they're like ever in the news or anything like that. All right, so anyway, it is a Wednesday morning, 10:51 a.m. Today, our painter has to go to work at 9. Oh, he's late for work. He skipped work. He skipped work. Uh-oh. I'm going to have him recycle the paper and let's see if he gets a call. Oh, one more thing. Let me turn the volume up. Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Oh, that's why that was so loud. I'll turn that down. But I was wondering why my, there it is. That's some nice grooves. How's that for a sound? Oh, I see. It's changing it here. Oh, I see. Okay. I knew that. Okay. Jessa is not about that contractor life. What's contractor life mean? Is that some young person's phrase that I have no idea? And you mean not secret ones? Yeah, that's how my brothel was how you're describing it, Wind. But I understand that in England, at least in all the books I've read about England, like Agatha Christie books, they had like, you know, gentlemen's clubs and stuff like that, that were not about women. They were just a place. In fact, women weren't allowed in them. Okay, so since he has skipped work, let's see if he can still walk to work and see, uh-oh. Oh no! Who is it? It's the criminal. Let's find out what he wants. I just reminded myself of that old Eddie Murphy script, skit on Saturday Night Live where he played Mr. Rogers in the ghetto. Oh my God. That is one of the funniest things I have ever seen. Ever. He's like, won't you be my neighbor? And then somebody knocks on the door and he's like, it might be somebody from Mr. Rogers, kitty. Let's go see who's at the door. And he goes over the door and he goes, who is it? That might have been a bit loud, the mic, sorry. I wonder what Enrique could want. Agatha Christie is absolutely one of my favorite people. Except that, unfortunately, due to her time, times when she was raised and how she was raised, she was pretty racist. I just ignore that point. So Enrique calls and says, hey, man, do you want to go to the gym with me? We could play some sports, maybe some basketball, maybe some baseball. And you know what? That's how I'm going to treat this. I'm going to treat this that Enrique is calling to invite Declan to the gym. So how can we can't really, we could just end the call here and then we'll just have him pop him around, so to speak. How do I do this? So Enrique calls and says, oh, that skit. Oh, it's so funny. Eddie Murphy does Mr. Rogers in the ghetto. It's from Saturday Night Live from the 90s, I think. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I'd be very surprised if it weren't. Let's put it that way. It is so funny. I'm sorry. I just keep thinking about it. Okay, so anyway, now we're going to let this phone call go on for a little bit while they chat and whatnot. And Declan is already feeling the draw of a life of being risque because he has skipped work. And look at him talking about money. Did you just see that simoleon thing come up? I missed it. Enrique's like, you know, I'd love to go out to lunch with you too, bud, but I'm kind of short on funds. Hey, I got an idea. Hey, I'll come round. We'll play games. We'll go to the gym. So I love that. They're talking about the gym, and then there was that one simoleon thing in there. Oh my goodness, the story just weaves itself. This is so awesome. I do have a replacement mod for the icons in the game. I love this mod. So I'm gonna go ahead, since they don't seem to be changing topics for anything. So I'm gonna take that as definitely a we're going to the gym. So I'm going to end this call here. Declan says, "All right, I'll meet you there, dude." And we are going to invite. Actually, well, what's the quickest way to do this? Let's invite email, invitation e-card. We'll invite them over and we'll put them in a group. Enrique right there at the top, ready to be invited over. Because what I was thinking about was that we were going to further this storyline that he is a victim of the criminal world. Because you remember that we went out to the park and he was, I'm not going to waste that time. I'll be over soon. And he was basically being stalked by all the criminal element. So he's going to, does he want to put that away? Clean up? Perfect. Let's go ahead and let him do that. While we wait for Enrique to come over. I love his little front garden. I did this rock garden thing with it. Turned out really nice. And there is Enrique. I love the doorbell. Ding dong. Why, hello, Ivana. Ivana's taking a walk because she's been caring for her twin grandsons and she's utterly pooped and needs a breath of fresh air. Let's greet Enrique. Hey, buddy. Be appreciated. I love it. Listen, dude. Oh, I've never seen that animation before. Have you guys seen that animation before? Yeah, you guys were like, kind of quiet. Where were we? Oh, yeah. So first of all, I've never seen this good reputation, or maybe I have, but I'm going to go ahead and lock it because it seems like it works into the storyline that Declan wants to have a good reputation. However, he also is drawn by the fact that his new friends like him so much that he doesn't know they're criminals. He doesn't know they're criminals yet. So let me go ahead and show you. We're going to go ahead and group him. Ask to ask. Let's see, to form casual group. We're going to do just for fun because I don't want the timed outing. Drives me nuts, those timed outings. And look at that. The first thing he does is start gossiping. And who is he gossiping about? This is one of the Romani brothers from the Gypsy, the Romani caravans. And right down here. And I find this pretty interesting because the Romani brothers aren't really criminals, but they're morally gray. That's how I would see them. They're morally gray. Particularly, he's a little bit more moral than his brother. This is Adnis or Sylvanus. I can't remember which. Which one of these is this? Which one of the brothers is he, is what I mean to say. He hasn't met any of these brothers yet. Interesting. I love seeing who the Sims have met just naturally through playing other people. The Sims will meet each other in the background, and if we go to a community lot with these guys, relationships will be forming in the background. And we are going to go to a community lot with these guys. All right, so I think Enrique is maybe talking about how this Romany brother is very, very gullible, and Declan, you know, just dives right in and starts gossiping with him, just thinking it's going to help him make a better friend. So now that we are in a group, let's just make sure we're in a group. Ask. Oh, to leave casual group. Okay, so we are in a group. The reason I can't tell is because I have all my plug bobs turned off. And we're going to walk to lot. So I'm going to click on the sim. I want to walk to lot. And let's go to the gym. And while we're there, we're going to do a little bit of pickpocketing with good old Enrique. Who needs a ride? Declan's outing. We're going to head to... I'm trying to remember what I called the gym. What did I call the gym? Is it just gym? No, I don't know what I call it. Oh, Claire's clothing in the gym. There we go. All right. And the two friends walk off, talking animatedly and Enrique telling copious amounts of dirty jokes, and Declan laughing, sometimes a little strained laugh, but still laughing. This is a lot that I built myself. This is going to be the next lot that becomes a watercolor, actually. This one is going to the illustrator today after I'm done with this. And this is one of I think this is the first lot I built with the method of constrained floor, elevation sheet, and hello, Joe, and of putting two buildings in one and seeing if it would work or not. So I think this is the first one I did. Okay, and I'm gonna scroll out here so I can load in the hood. Yeah, I know. Declan is so sweet and so wonderful and so gullible, and oh, I feel so bad for him. Okay, so this is the gym lot. I'll give you a little quick tour for those of you guys who are new to the channel. But this is the first time that I figured out that you could put two buildings on a 10 by 10 lot. I wanted it to look downtowny, you know, brick and tightly done buildings together. So let's see what happens. Now, the first thing I want to try out... Oh, I was going to give you a little tour here. There's like a tail in my face. But this little lot was the first one, and I really liked how it came out. And it really was difficult for me to do because I'm not a good builder. I've gotten better over the last 2 years since I've been really forcing myself to. But... yeah, the miniatures are fantastic, Jim. And they're the main thing I can contribute to the look of Kettle Falls, how I got it to look the way it does, especially this downtown area. And also the old firehouse and the constabulary over here with the cottage jail. Miniatures give me a lot of ideas because basically we're playing with miniatures. I mean, computer miniatures, but it's the same basic thing. So on this first floor here, we have the gym. This is the Thorn window build set, one of my absolute favorite build sets. I love these windows. They're so well done. It's by Veronica. look, here's Claire, pregnant. Look at her with her cute outfit. Look at her. Oh my goodness. Yay! So she owns this store and gym. Look at her wobbling. Oh my goodness, isn't that awesome? I think it's picture time. Oh my goodness. She looks so wonderful in her pregnancy. And this outfit looks absolutely adorable on her. Oh, that makes me happy. She's still grieving. She lost her sister recently to an allergy to bananas, fried bananas. Oh, thanks, Jim. I love this outfit with those little button-up pants. And Joe's favorite thing, babies. Okay, so let's go here. Actually, what I want to do, we're going to take a picture. So let me go here. My brain has not been working well because I've been, I don't know, it's just, I think I could use like a really long nap, basically. And one thing I've found is, as I've recovered more and more from depression and anxiety, is you build up an emotional resiliency. That doesn't mean that you don't feel. I've definitely felt this week, but I have faith more than I've ever had in my life that I will bounce back to feeling better. And, but I recognize that the strain of challenging emotions like anxiety and stress, well, stress is not really an emotion, but a state, you understand? I need a lot of self-care, a lot of cushioning, a lot of emotional well-being in order to recover. And so simming is part of that. So that's why my brain isn't working well. Your brain, at least mine, under stress and continued stress and anxiety, kind of, I'm going to use a word that is not disrespectful, but retards you, like, I mean, slows down your brain cognitive things is what I mean. Oh, that's a good one, Jake. That's very good. That's pretty cool. He just put a nice song lyric in. Anyway, so it's picture time here in this tight little corner. Let's see what we can do with this. By the way, somebody asked me in Discord, if it was you, let me know what's the keybind for the tab for finding your place again for when you're in cameraman mode. So I'll show you that now. So I think I have everything ready. So we're going to go F5 to go to the options section, remove anything from up here in the queue. F10 to clear out the UI. F10. And then I'm going to hit the tab button like this. So we're now in tab mode, even though I don't have a ceiling on here, whatever. And then I think I'm going to scoot in. I'm going to use the Z key to get a nice close-up of her. Scoot over a little bit. So like, about like that. And maybe back a bit. Yeah, something like... It's hard to find the right spot. Now, I want to hold my space. The key button is Control plus a number. 4 through 9, I believe. Maybe even 0. I've never tried it. 4 through 9, I know. And so, because 1, 2, and 3 are already taken up with the speed keys for the game. 1 is speed 1, 2 is speed 2. So 4 through 9. So hitting Control 4 will set my spot. Then when I go back like this and go out of cameraman mode, I just press the tab key. Yeah. Press the tab key again. Press the number 4. And there you go. So there's the answer for the person who asked me that in Discord. I think it might have been Raining Milk, who's not here right now. Anyway, okay, F9 to take this picture. So one thing I acknowledge is that I have been lax in posting pictures on Instagram. And part of the reason for that is because I find Instagram, I don't like using my phone to try and put pictures in. I can't stand that. So I do have a desktop way of being able to post onto Instagram. But it's a little tedious and it takes a lot of time. So I need to catch up on that and post some of these great pictures to Instagram. Anyway, so that's a picture of Claire. But anyway, I was giving you a little tour of this area. So just the gym downstairs, the clothing store. I love the wall here. This is a stucco wall. Wonderful. Even matches with her outfit. She's so cute. And then upstairs is a little bedroom. This wonderful, goodness gracious, what's this thing called again? Oh, and let's bring the UI back here. The Electro Dance Sphere. That's been there since, I think, Nightlife is when that came in. And this is Mattias Zane, the father of two of the twins in Kettle Falls. And exactly, Jesse, exactly. The dance sphere thingamabob. Is how Joe refers to it. But he's coming to work, actually. He works here. So, and then also over here we have a ballet bar and a yoga mat. So that's this very tiny little lot. And the first thing we're going to do is get a ticket. So we're going to sign up. And I don't know if our group signs up too. We'll see. Does he sign up too? Nope. And then Enrique is going to go inside here. But one of the things I wanted to show you was... Oh, while Declan sits down. This is Declan's favorite thing to do, is just people watch. He loves sitting on benches. In fact, I have another picture of him doing just that exact same thing over here in this lot. The town hall and library. I have never had an abduction through the dance sphere, and I would love to have that happen. I know the chances are very low, but it is possible. Oh, look, there's Constable Sutton. Yay. Which is really appropriate that he's here because we're about to do some naughty dirty. And what do I mean by that? Well, over here we're going to make Enrique selectable. I'm going to control him. He's going over to run for a little bit. But what I want him to do is, I believe, I'm almost positive that we're going to try it now. I put in the mod which allows you to pickpocket other Sims. I just don't know where it comes up. Oh, you can be the personal trainer to somebody. That's cool. Oh, there's Shauna. Yes, here is Shauna. Your Sim, Heathery. Stuck in a very close embrace with Montague Adams. She's super cute. I love her dress. Look at the little bow on the back of her dress with Montague's arm sticking through it.